and all student athletes.
Okay, I thought.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Nope. Hello. Yep. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clarence D. East Field tonight for some York soccer. Tonight we have a matchup between the York Dukes and the Fenwick Friars, a little crosstown classic. Although Fenwick isn't located in Elmhurst, this is considered to be a rivalry because of how close the schools are together. And, you know, there's a lot of kids that live in Elmhurst that go to Fenwick, Zach.
Yes, that is very true, Christian.
York coming off a loss to Matea Valley, excuse me. But they did end up tying before that with a very good Lane Tech team. Player of the game from that call was Diego Ochoa with 2 straight PK saves. And a Lane Tech team that's very talented, you know, for the Dukes to hang around with them, that was huge. And here's Connor towards the middle of the field. They're just going to move it around here. Now Steen over to Coates. Broken up, but the Dukes have it. And the possession is back with them as Connor now has it. Over to Jones. Stratton gets tied up, and here come the Friars with the ball, and they are going to have a call. And the Friars will now have a Here come the Dukes down the right side of the field. Joby trying to dribble out of a defender as the Friars just going to get rid of this and send it over to their bench. Bowie gets it into Connor. Over to O'Connor. Actually the punter, or the kicker for the York Dukes football team. Give and go here. Back over and picked off by the Friars, and Connor now trying to get it back. Joby now finds himself with the shot on goal, and it's saved by the goalkeeper in blue for the Friars.
Yeah, the Friars, this team is coming off a pretty decent year last year. They went 9-9-2, a 50% win percentage, and they went 2-3-2 in conference. The last opponent they faced last year was Latin Soccer in a tournament.
Give and go from Connor to Joby. Now they're going to get it back over to Connor, who's going to find Jones on the left side of the field. Jones makes a move towards the center. However, it is picked off, and Stratton now has it up the left side. Looking for the cross.
York doing a great job so far this half, keeping the ball on the Fenwick side of the field, really trying to push towards the goal.
Yeah, they have done a great job. The possession has been dominated early here by the York Dukes, as here is a big corner opportunity for Connor. Stratton's also in the corner. Looks like they're going to give it to him and let him do the dirty work as he's going to dribble up the sideline. Here's the pass, and the shot on goal is off the mark from Joby. Connor finds Bowie in the throw-in, and they are going to get an illegal throw-in from Connor, saying he stepped over the line.
You know, sometimes though it's better to just take your time and do the throw-in than try and hurry up and have something like that happen.
Yeah, it seemed to be a little rush, Zach, as we know Connor is one of the captains of this team, so he's a very important role model. It's very early that, you know, after missing a very good scoring opportunity there on the missed shot from Joby on that great cross from Stratton, moments before, you know, maybe just feeling a little rushed to get some points quick and catch the Friars off guard. Friars now moving it up the left side. It's Bowie who has possession, and Friars get it back again. Here they come up the middle of the field. Shot on goal, but it's blocked by Steen. Barriga is going to send it over his head as the Dukes now have it back, and Friars not letting this one out of bounds. They're going to keep the play going. Friars now starting to get some possession with the ball. They've had quite a bit of time trying to even up the possession time. As here's a great ball from the right side of the field. However, Connor is there to regain possession for the Dukes, and a great ball back up the middle to Barriga. Demelli up the sideline. He finds Joby, who's now working his way up the right side. Here's the cross. What a beautiful pass and a tap in from Stratton. The Dukes are on the board first, 1-0. Great cross and a better finish from Stratton, and that is a way to start a game, Zach.
Yes, it is, Christian, as that is the first goal the Dukes have scored so far this season. As the last two games it was 0-0, and I believe they lost 0-2.
Yeah, Zach, definitely a big confidence booster, maybe one they needed to get their season rolling. We know they're coming off a tremendous past 3 years with 2 Final Four appearances, I believe, and then last year losing in the Super Sectional, I believe.
Yes, that is correct, Christian.
Coates is just going to send this one back out of bounds.
Oh, Christian, it appears that they called the goal back because it was offsides. We couldn't see through the light up here. We can't see the scoreboard perfectly clearly. But, yes, it was offsides, and the goal did not count.
Yes, we apologize for that, as we know the Jumbotron is being put in right now, so the scoreboard is moved a little bit out of usual where we can see it. Jumbotron will be a great addition. We know that we will be having some instant replay on there, and definitely some updated graphics, as here's Joby now with a great ball. And the Dukes will force another corner, so certainly another scoring opportunity here early. Here's Connor. Cross over to the left side of the box, and that's going to be headed back out. Demelli now with it. Great move behind his back, and just a loose ball, and that's going to be sent all the way back to the goalkeeper, Diego Ochoa, another captain of the Dukes team, who is now on his 3rd year of a varsity.
Yeah, that corner kick there was perfect from Oliver. I mean, he placed it exactly where all the coaches want you to place it. They just couldn't execute the play.
Great move by Barriga as he now pushes the ball up the sideline to Jones, and he is going to swing it back over to Coates. Bowie up the middle to Joby. However, that was kicked back away, and Steen now has it. He finds the middle, and that's going to be O'Connor. Stratton calling for a ball. He's going to get it. And now an attacking opportunity once again, Zach.
As it's kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be the Dukes' ball.
Yes, that will go off the Friars, and Jones will get it into Barriga. O'Connor now with it. He finds open Joby, who's going to give it over to Barriga. Back to Connor. Bowie now has it. Dukes being very patient right now, Zach, looking for a good scoring opportunity after that first goal was called back.
Yeah, the Dukes could really use that momentum going forward in the season as the ball is hit away by the Friars. Dukes really need something to get their season going. They haven't been able to execute a goal yet this season. I think maybe just one goal could really put them in a good situation and maybe get the Jets going. What do you think, Christian?
I agree. It's kind of like in baseball, Zach, when there's, you got a no-hitter going against you and you're just kind of looking for that first hit to open everything up. That's what I would compare this to, Zach, as the Dukes have been very successful, their soccer program has, and they're kind of just looking for that little boost of confidence right now.
So the ball gets kicked out and is going to be another corner kick for the Dukes, the 3rd this half.
Definitely getting what they're wanting, and those scoring opportunities, just not really capitalizing off that quite yet, but definitely seem to be controlling the ball game for sure. So it looks like they're going to have a stack 4 in the middle, 1 in the back as the cross here will go right to the defense, and just not the best corner kick there from Stratton. As Connor fires a shot on goal, but it's going to go off the side, and oh my goodness, that almost looked to be a terrific snipe from Connor.
Connor had the open space, and he just decided to take the shot, which is exactly what you want him to do in that situation. It was just a little bit right of the post.
Yeah, Zach, definitely not expecting, if you're the Friars defense, for someone to pull up from that deep, but Connor's definitely got a boot like that, as we've seen early, as he has barely missed a ton of goals in the opening part of the season this year. Jones is going to get it back over to Coates, who is going to find Connor in the middle of the field. Back over to Demelli. And Joby trying to make his way up the field. However, the Friars are going to stop it. And here comes Demelli, the little cross over the middle. And it's broken up. Goalkeeper's going for it, and here's the boot, but it's going to be way over as Barriga just uses too much there. As he had to open net, maybe just rushed a little bit. He could have taken maybe one more tap and then fired a shot on the ground rather than just a boot up in the air, Zach. Looks like they're going to pull their goalkeeper out here as number 00, Patty Callahan, will check out, and the other goalkeeper for this team will check in Dominic Bellerin.
Oh, Choi, look at the trail. Yo, did you see Chiefsaholic in jail for 17 and a half years? Dude, you'll never get to see Xavier Worthy.
As Pons takes the ball up with the Friars, trying to get something to happen. The York has been very ball dominant so far this beginning of this half. Number 6 making his way up, but it is passed right back to the York defense, giving right back to Fenwick as they try and get a goal here in the early stages of the first half. And that one is going to be missed by number 11 of the Friars. Just a little too far left right there.
Yeah, another good opportunity there for the Friars. However, shot was just a little off to the left, and, you know, maybe a little scared of Ochoa, as, you know, he is just a tremendous goalkeeper. He doesn't look like much with his height, because usually goalkeepers are a little taller than that, but definitely one of the great players in this conference. And I believe he actually won Player of the Week again after that Lane Tech game where he saved 2 PKs in a row earlier this season, Zach.
Yes, that is correct. Just last week he did that, in fact. The first one, he was called for moving too early. Then he got a yellow card by the ref, but then proceeded to make another amazing save right after that. Dukes have been off to a slow start this year. With the last win they have gotten was back in October of last year in the playoffs against Glenbard West, and they had a 4-2 win in overtime. York last year finished with a 16-5 record, and they finished 4-2 and placed second in conference.
Yeah, Zach, definitely coming off a big year, as we mentioned earlier. Here's the cross, and that is going to be off the mark from Demelli. Just another opportunity missed there. Dukes just failing to capitalize on opportunities. As here comes Fenwick down the field with a little bit of numbers. And they are just going to slow it down here, regather themselves, and potentially be a little more patient than what they have been doing early in this game, as there's a missed fire, and Jones intercepts it. However, the Friars get it back, and here comes Stratton now with the ball moving up the field. He's going to cut up the middle and find Barriga, who's going to get it over to Joby. Here's a little tap pass, a beautiful ball, as Connor is just going to slow it back down. Finds Joby again. Joby makes a move. He's got his left foot, now switching over to his right. Could this be a goal? No! It is saved by the backup goalkeeper for Fenwick. And still not whistled dead yet, and they're going to give York another corner, Zach.
Yeah, that's going to be the fourth corner of this half so far. The York really has to execute these. I remember last week when the Dukes played, I believe they had about 7 corner kicks, 7 or 8 in the entire game. So they need to figure out what's going wrong and really capitalize on these corner kicks.
Here is Connor with the cross, and a great save there by the backup goalkeeper. Bellerin has already got himself 2 saves here, Zach, in his early stages, as I believe the starter, Callahan, was a little shaken up coming out of the game. So always be ready as Miranda goes up for a ball, and he's going to hit the deck. But hopefully he's all right, as we know he's got that brace on. He's coming off a torn ACL surgery. And they're going to call that off. Number 4, San Martino. Ochoa is going to get it in to O'Connor. Really being patient are the Dukes right now, Zach. Really looking for that opportunity to get some points on the board here early.
Yeah, they've been very dominant this game. You know, the past 2 games, the ball has been mostly on their half of the field. But as of today, they're really putting the pressure on the other team. They just need to execute it very well so they can get the ball into the goal.
Stratton finds Joby. And they are going to get an offsides here on the Dukes, I believe. They're going to call that one on Stratton. Is just a little bit of a miscommunication there, Zach.
Looks like Stratton wasn't very happy about the call. He believed he was not offside.
Here's the kick as Miranda's going to go up for another one, and this time he saves it from going back to Fenwick as Barriga now is going to break the pass up. Connor finds an open Stratton. Stratton now. Great ball to Joby, however, he is going to bounce out of bounds off the Friars. Miranda now coming in to throw it in as he's going to find Stratton. Stratton working on the defense. Back over to Miranda as he's going to kick it off of the Friars. Barriga calling for the ball in the middle of the field. Taps it over to Connor. Now back to Barriga. Bowie is going to save this one from going out of bounds. And he's going to send it back over to Steen. So another patient look here from the Dukes, Zach. We've seen a lot of this early here. Joby keeping up the pressure, almost got the ball taken away there and almost had a scoring opportunity. The Friars are really starting to fall apart here a little bit and getting sloppy as Miranda now has it. He finds O'Connor, and he's going to pull it back and find Bowie. Back to that patience look. Joby making a move up the middle of the field. He's going to cross it over to Miranda. Back to Joby. Over to Connor, and that is going to be broken up by the Friars once again.
Duke's doing a very nice job switching fields here, playing the ball right through their midfielders, which is exactly what you want them to do. Doing a good job executing, getting the ball to all sides of the field and to every single player.
So 21 minutes remain here as we are about halfway through the first half, and still 0-0. The Dukes certainly looking to capitalize on some scoring opportunities they had earlier in this game. They got to make up for it. As here's a great ball to Stratton. Stratton is now going to stop. Tried to go for the spin move, however, he gets it back to his left foot, and that's going to be saved by number 1, Bellerin. Once again, that's now his 3rd save of the ball game.
That's a great save right there, because right behind him, if he didn't dive for that, the ball wouldn't have gone into the net, but the York player was right there to put the ball right back into the goal. So great save right there by the keeper.
Absolutely, Zach. He has done a great job coming off the bench and made some great saves that the Friars definitely would need to hang around with a very talented Dukes team. Demelli now back over to O'Connor. Steen over to Bowie.
Dukes keeping control of this game. Not really much offense by the Friars so far this half.
As here comes Joby working down the right side of the field. He's going to cross it. However, a Fenwick Friar defender is there as Barriga dropped it. Bobbled the pass, and now Miranda, but they're going to get in handball. And Friars now caught another break as York just seems to be struggling every time they get a good look at the net, not following through. It's been the story of the first half as of right now, Zach.
Looks like they're going to be making some substitutions as Sean Bell is going to be coming in for Fenwick. As well as
Will Carter is going to pull Jack O'Connor. And Will, second-year varsity player. He's been, third-year varsity player, and he has been a great factor to have on this team, bringing experience off the bench, and definitely someone you want to have on the team. This is now his third year at varsity, as I mentioned, and someone with experience on a young team like this, Zach.
Yeah, as well as the Friars, they have a lot of young players on their team as well, such as number 44, Sean Bell, as well as Luca Pons.
Here's a great cross as Ochoa is here to catch it, and he is going to send it back to Connor, who is now working his way up the right side of the field. Over to Joby. Joby working on his defender now. Trying to put a move. He's going to get up the right sideline, but it's tapped out of bounds by the Friars defense, and now a throw-in in here coming up for the Dukes. As Bowie will take it. He is going to find an open Barriga. As here's a cross, but stopped by the Fenwick Friars as this one is popped up, and now fighting for the ball. And now the Friars trying to reverse field. Joby putting the pressure on. And it's going to be back to Bellerin.
The Friars try and regain control of the ball as they pass it back to the goalie, so hopefully they can make a run on offense, as they have been very non-ball dominant compared to the York Dukes.
Great way to say it, Zach, is it seems that York has been dominating the possession time. As here comes Will Carter, who's going to cross to Joby. The shot is off the mark and over the goal. Just another opportunity missed, but there's that talent that Will Carter brings off the bench, Zach.
Yes, he does. He has a powerful kick. It's just unfortunately just a little bit too high.
Yeah, it was a great cross from Carter. Joby just was not able to finish it as that ball sailed over the net. And now the Friars find themselves tied with the Dukes still here with 16 minutes remaining in the first half.
Christian, I did a little bit of research before the game. Fun fact, number 44 for Fenwick actually has a offer to play baseball for Concordia.
That's an impressive offer, Zach. We know Concordia is a very hard school to get into when it comes to academics, and then going to play sports there is another level of that's just very, very impressive. And do you know what position he plays in baseball?
No, sorry, I couldn't tell you.
Miranda now over to Stratton as he is now looking up the middle. He is going to find Demelli, but that ball is taken right away from the Friars as they're just going to kick this one out of bounds, and Coates will throw it back in. Miranda now has it. He's going to give it over to Connor. And now Carter working on his defender. He's just going to pass it back out. And Connor now over to Barriga. Excuse me, Joby. As Joby now going up the right side of the field once again, looking to score as he's going to cross, but it is once again batted out of bounds by the Friars, and this is going to be a Dukes throw-in as Bowie now coming over to take it.
Great job from the defense there, kicking it out, and he just did a great job getting it over on the right side of the flag so it wouldn't be a corner kick.
Connor kicks it back over to Steen, who's going to go over to Carter. Miranda now. Duke's now being very patient. They're going with that look where they're kind of trying to suck a defender in and trying to catch Fenwick off guard and then go for a big play. That's what they've been doing all game. And, Zach, it has been working. Just the opportunities have not been finished yet.
Yes, you're totally correct, Christian. I mean, for the majority of this game, I would say even like about 90% of the game, the ball has been on the Fenwick's side of the field. Dukes just haven't been able to finish the job. I mean, they've gotten about 4 corner kicks already. They're just not executing very well tonight.
That one's going to go out of bounds. And yes, Zach, 100%, you are totally correct. The Dukes have just been dominating the possession. That's been the story of the first half, and just not finishing on those opportunities has really killed them. Except for that goal that Stratton had. There was a great ball. However, it was called offsides, and that would have definitely been a great way for the Dukes to start this game, and definitely, as you mentioned earlier, a confidence booster that they've been looking for all year.
Yeah, I mean, that goal could have helped their motivation, and maybe they could have had 2 or 3 by now if that would have counted.
Absolutely. Over to Tito Barriga, who still has it. He got hammered twice in a row. He still has possession. Now finds Joby, who is working his way up the right side of the field. Finds Carter. Miranda now going up the left side, but Carter lost control of the ball. And Joby with a great sliding play to keep the ball in favor with the Dukes, as Coates is now just going to slow it down. It is picked off by the Friars, and here they come down the field. Miranda, good effort to save, however, goes out of bounds, and 12 minutes now remaining here in the first half.
No, Christian, I just want to say that Joby has been a big part of the offense so far here for the Dukes. He's been able to get a couple of nice balls right into the goal box, and he's one of the big reasons why they've been able to keep it on their side of the field.
Absolutely, Zach. We have some subs here for the Dukes. We have number 15 coming in, Jose Rivera Calonche, as well as number 18 coming in, Angel Iver. So Dukes putting in some subs here, trying to get their guys ready for the second half, the starters, and we'll see if we can get any good bench play out of some of the guys subbing in. As that one is picked off by the Friars, and they're just dribbling around. Steen's putting great pressure on him. Great move from Steen as he is going to send it back over. And another great move. Over to Stratton now, working his way up the middle. Connor now has it. Over to Bowie. Over to Iver. As that one will be off the Dukes. It was a great move made by Rivera Colche. However, he just lost control of the ball, and Fenwick now has it with 10 minutes here remaining in the first half. As here come the Friars working their way up the center of the field. Over to the right side now. Here's the cross, and it's right over to Steen as he is going to launch it into the air. And Ayer will get it back as now moving it up the left side of the field. Bowie now up the right sideline to Joby, who gets tackled, but he is now back on his feet as that was almost another big play. As here's another great move by Joby, now working up the middle, now picking up speed. He's going to send it over to Connor. Connor back over to Miranda. Iver now back over to Miranda once again. Almost a nice pass from Miranda as it almost worked out, and that will be out of bounds, and a great job from Joby jumping up as the defender of the Friars tried to kick it off his leg. However, Joby read that and jumped over the ball as Stratton now working his way on the left side of the field.
The Dukes continue to try and score before the first half is over. They're still just not executing very well.
As here come the Dukes down the middle of the field looking for a goal, and that's just a giveaway pass. Now the Friars looking to go up the field. However, Iver is there to pick the ball right back off as a great move. Throws it back over to Connor now with 8 minutes left in the first half. So here's the cross from Connor, and it's going to be off a Friars head as now they are working up the side of the field. Steen is there to pick it off. Great read as here he comes. Here's the shot on goal. It's a bomb, and it's going to be saved.
Wow, that was pretty lazy defense there from Fenwick. As number 22 kind of just stuck his leg out there and didn't move his body at all when Freddie came up and tried to hit the ball. He just very easily stole it right away from him.
Another big corner opportunity, Zach. You've been highlighting it all night. As here's Connor. Great cross over to Steen. Can he get the finish? No! A little too high. That was another fantastic cross from Connor. He's been perfect all night, it feels like, Zach. Just another missed opportunity, but Steen really had a big impact on those last few possessions, you know, stealing it, getting a shot on goal, and then getting a shot on goal with the corner, too. Almost got that one to go down.
Yeah, he is doing a very great job. He is in the defensive position, but for corner kicks, he's doing a great job coming up and being a big part of trying to get the ball to go in the net.
Miranda now working up the left side, finds Joby. Now back over to Miranda, and that's going to be kicked out of bounds. Danny Miranda clapping his hands. He feels the momentum that the Dukes are drawing in another corner now. Coming back for the Dukes is number 15 will take it, Jose Rivera Culche. Oliver will get it over to him. What are they going to get here? They're going to get a sub. Bowie is going to come out, and they're going to have to redo that throw in or that corner kick. So it looks like Jack O'Connor will come in and replace him. Back over to Connor. Connor crosses. Can the finish be there? No, it's not. As Stratton just chipped that one over the net. That was a wide open and easy. That's like basically a wide open layup in basketball. As it was just pretty much a free goal as he was not able to finish, but Great pass from Connor. And another great look passed up by the Dukes.
Yeah, Connor's been 100% from corner kick so far. I mean, he's doing an amazing job. He's putting it in the right position every single time. It's just the Dukes cannot find a way to execute the corner kicks.
Here's the cross, and of course Ochoa is there to save it. Steen over to Connor. O'Connor now finds Carter, but it's picked off by the Friars. Here's the shot on goal, but Ochoa is there once again for the save. As Coates now dribbling up the left sideline, he's going to find Miranda. Now he has a guy, Connor, down the left side of the field, and he's going to get it to him. Here come the Dukes running. Miranda calling for the ball up the middle, as Joby is now going to find his way with the ball, now dribbling up the left sideline, looking for the cross. Here it is to the left side, and it's right to the goalkeeper. No one was there to tap that one in, and another save for Balarin.
Both goalies doing a great job tonight, but especially Fenwick, since he's been able to save multiple balls here, especially on the corner kicks. As they play it back to the goalie, Choi.
Steen now has it once again. Now 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first half, and Friars still looking for that big moment to have an opportunity, as the Dukes have had quite a few. Left side of the field is wide open as Connor is going to find Miranda. Back over to Coates. Steen now back over to O'Connor. He's going to find Joby up the right sideline. Joby makes a great move. Here's the cross, and it's going to be hit out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up here for the Dukes.
Joby just being very dominant with the ball, getting the ball up to the right side of the field and being able to kick it into the box almost every single time he gets a hold of the ball.
Joby now working his way up the middle of the field. Here's the cross, and it's going to be saved by Balarin, the goalkeeper, once again. As the Friars are not going to bat this one over to Ochoa. So now 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the first half, Zach. And what do the Dukes need to do here to try to get themselves on the board before this period comes to a close?
They just have to execute the corner kicks. They've had 5 to 6 chances so far, and they can't execute it, even though Carter's been doing an amazing job on those kicks, getting them right into the position they need them to be. And especially Joby, he's also been a big part of keeping the Dukes on offense, but the rest of the Dukes can't seem to execute so far this game. But they're doing a great job passing, facilitating the ball, and getting it upfield.
Yeah, Zach, and to add on top of that, they have yet to score their goal, first goal of the season yet, so still a little bit of pressure going on, and that is one of those things definitely in soccer. Once you get one goal, they all start coming, kind of like in baseball, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to hitting. Once one guy gets rolling, the rest of them usually start to come along, so still a little bit of pressure. They could be feeling that as well, and once they get one of those, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up rolling this season. They just need a little bit of a confidence booster. As now a minute and 20 seconds remain.
As Fenwick takes their first corner kick of the night.
And this cross is going to be a little deep, and the header will go out of bounds. Yeah, but talk about a different ball game, Zach, if the Dukes would have had that goal that was called offsides earlier tonight. Definitely, I feel, would be a big difference maker in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I believe they could have a couple more goals by now, possibly, because the momentum they needed would have been in that goal. But they're still doing a great job on offense.
Absolutely. As Joby now trying to take that one up the sideline. However, Miranda's there to receive The extra pass is Stratton. Now everyone's scrambling for the ball as Connor now working his way up the middle. Here's the shot on goal. I am not sure that was the shot you wanted. Still plenty of time as there were still 30 seconds left on the clock when he took that shot, Zach.
Yeah, I would have personally kept trying to facilitate the ball and get it upfield. But, I mean, he was open, so he just tried his best. He has a very good leg, so. With 10 seconds left, doesn't look like anything is going to come of this half, and it looks like it's going to be 0-0 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the first half. 0-0 is the score. Duke's still yet to get their first goal of the season, and we are going to step aside for halftime. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network.